I'd like to thank everybody again for letting me come back and speak. We've done a lot of work and looking up some things and going over legal aspects. Got a few more points to bring out tonight. And then maybe with Connie, we can go over some things also. And you said you had talked about a link. The first point I wanted to bring out was they're looking for a base. We know that they come into the county back in November and they haven't got a base yet. You know, they denied the base that they had over here because it wasn't livable for their people. We do have a base already established in the city. That was the first thing I wanted to bring up. And of course, Charles said about the 2 trucks. We did purchase the other truck. And for whatever reason it may bring is we have a backup truck. We thought about, well, if we need a backup truck, it's great. But then we got to thinking, what happens if this one breaks down? And we get a call back to back for some reason, we've got that backup truck, whether there's a resolution, contract, agreement, or whatever it be. Even in business by myself each day, the second truck will come in. Another thing that I thought about too is that, you know, I don't know what kind of contest it is, but you know, we've been looking at this for 6 months, how to approach the city to come into this. Now all of a sudden, Vitalink comes in and says, oh, we're looking for a building. Well, yeah, I know they were looking for a building at the very beginning, but they also told me that I wouldn't be in business 6 months. So how long are we willing to let them look for a building over here? That's another point that 30-minute response times, we talked about it in the last one, we can talk about it till we're blue in the face. What's a life worth? They're looking for a building. They're going to continue looking for a building. My equipment may not be as new as theirs. I had a guy tell me the other day, we've got all the finest equipment. Well, yeah, they do. They've got the board and they've got the people to buy it. But we've got the equipment that the state requires us to have. We've got the equipment that will take care of anybody for whatever we need. The reputation is what I'm trying to build, is in order to take care of the people here in the city. You know, whether it be my family or any of you sitting in here, I don't want you waiting 30 minutes for an ambulance. I noticed they've been in town the last week or so since Riverfest and kind of riding around, but you know, hearsay. The $50 fee, that was another question that was come up. I'm not asking the city for anything. Okay, the $50 fee that you pay right now, Vitalink is getting every bit of it that the county gives them. I'm not asking for any of that. I said that at the beginning, I'm still not asking. What we're going to do is take care of the people here. We'll run our ambulance service. If you have Medicare, Medicaid, or insurance, we're going to bill it. If you don't, then like I said before, congratulations, you got a free ride to the hospital. I'm not going to bill anyone, just like the contract or the agreement that they have with the county says. If you have any of these, you can't bill someone. Okay, so we're sticking with that.
Okay. Before we go further, let me bring a couple points that I think some things that I found out. One, the city or the county sheriff's department will not dispatch you.
Okay, they don't have to dispatch me, but if a 911 call comes in, they've got to send it somewhere.
And that is law, that is in the legislature.
And they're under contract that if a 911 call comes in, that they dispatch it to Vitalink.
That 911 call comes in from anyone in the city or anyone in the county, they do have to dispatch them. But you as a class 1 or class 2 city entering into an agreement, that's going to overrule, am I not right?
We don't have the authority to make the county do that.
Okay.
The county has taken the position that that's what they have to do according to their contract. And while the city does have the authority to contract for its own ambulance service here, we can't make the county do anything with regard to the dispatching or when the 911 calls come in. So to make any change in that would require a lawsuit or some type of agreement entered into with the EMS board, county judge's office, and so forth, sheriff's office, and whatever the city
Okay.
does.
So, I don't wanna get off the EMS deal, but what we've talked about having our own police department. 911 call comes in there, going to the same place. You know, I'm not saying that they have to dispatch me, I'm saying, Ronnie, if you pick up your phone living in the city and call, and we have an agreement with an ambulance service here that is franchised with the city, I'm not saying they've gotta get on the radio and say, go Clark EMS. It'll end up being something, I mean,
They're saying by law, their contract says that they will dispatch Vital if there's a call comes in from Calico Rock.
under the county agreement.
Under the county agreement, if they call for an ambulance, they cannot, by contract, they cannot dispatch you.
Okay, so if you have a contract with me in this city, we're not under the county anymore. It'll end up being going to the judge and the sheriff to say that we have a contract over here.
You know, getting off back to some of you said, Vital Link's got 2 units in this county. And if they could look for a base over here, are they gonna take the one out of Melbourne and put over here? They're gonna take the one out of Washington Bend and put over here?
That's what they're gonna do. They've just got 2 units. Their contract reads 2 units
Exactly.
in Houston County.
So if they start putting one here, do you think Melbourne's gonna be, or are they gonna?
If they put one here, it will be here for a while, Melbourne for a while, Washington for a while.
And he's here forever. I understand. I know. You know, I think we're shooting ourselves. I would like to see us do everything we can to support a local business and
So
a
would I.
local ambulance.
So would I.
Whatever it takes.
I think everybody feels that way.
Leon, have you talked to the sheriff himself as far as dispatching?
No, I talked to Charlie Hill, who is over the dispatching,
Okay.
and the conversation we had was, I cannot page you out. And that's what we were looking at back in the beginning. You know, maybe using AET's old page tones. You know, and she said, no, we've got a 911 contract, we can't page you. You know, so I started thinking back, well, okay, if a 911 call comes in, even Horseshoe Bend, you know, or just like, just talking about having our own police department, a 911 call comes in. They've gotta send the phone, they've gotta send the call somewhere. The sheriff is not dispatching. The 911 dispatch center that everybody in this county pays for. You know, and I'm not saying them to dispatch me, I'm saying for that phone call to go to that dispatch center, and that dispatch center hit the button and it comes to my house at our dispatcher, and then who's ever answering the phone at my house will actually be on the radio or cell phone dispatching.
So I talked to the county judge.
Yeah.
This is not gonna happen. Unless, as Connie said, we go to a lawsuit.
Right? You know, it's like if Justin or Fred, or if you're on the fire department, you come to my house and I'm having a heart attack, if you told them to dispatch him, they won't do it.
No.
They won't do it. I mean, he could be a block away and I'm seizing up and they could ask for it and they're gonna tell him no.
It's already happened.
I know it has, I know. So, I mean, there's got to be some way.
So was what you're saying, the resolution of Pineville ain't gonna,
It's not worth a hill beans, is that what it is?
According to what the county judge told me, and Vital Link also said, Vital Link is not gonna give up their right. Because it will cost them money. Even if we have if we do a resolution, we want to use it to get any calls from Calico Rock. They are not going to dispatch.
Well, I think before you table this, I'd sure like to call the attorney back, because, that's not what he's saying, in 3 different ambulance companies that I've talked to in the state of Arkansas. That's not what they're saying either, and.
What harm? and
Vital
I-
Link went up against one of them and lost it, and they had to move out.
What harm would it do, and I think maybe the council's in agreement, I don't know, Mayor, I mean, you may not be in agreement, but what harm would it do for us to pass a resolution saying that we want Ozark Ambulance, the local ambulance service, to, what did Pineville say, get first crack, or to be the primary unit for Calico Rock?
I have two kids, and if, I'm not gonna call 911, I'm gonna call Lee.
I did the other day for my mother.
Because I'm not waiting 30 or 45 minutes if one of my kids is
Well,
hurt.
why would that not be the best thing to do in the first place, rather than go through all, I mean, legally, we can't do anything.
We
Why
don't know
can't
if we can or not, though.
Well, if we can or not, I mean, if we can. I mean, it could be put out there that everybody would know.
Yeah.
Good
We could
idea,
also-
like do a
Stacy
double-edged
said.
sword,
Don't have
do a
to
double-edged
do
sword,
anything.
do them both.
Like Stacy said, though, it's been pounding in our heads for years since 911 come out, that whatever your emergency is, 911. You know, instead of just getting, and a lot of people do call us here local, we're getting the number out, but still, it's not that we're missing calls, it's the people over here are still waiting.
Okay, this is resolution number 2011-05. Which be it resolved by the city of Calico Rock. Be it resolved, the city of Calico Rock designates Ozark EMS as a preferred ambulance provider for the citizens of Calico Rock. Do I have a motion first?
Oh, she made the motion, I thought.
Yeah.
And Fred seconded it.
We have a motion and a second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second that resolution number 2011-05